that sucks, bro.
Crushing your boy when you have absolute faith in the relationship you have with him is so much funnier. It's so much funnier, dude.
It is fun.
Like that,
Yeah, man.
like it feels good to get like a thumbs up on just spitting venom on the internet. I get it. I understand that. But when you have a true connection with people and you demolish each other, my God, dude, that's coming with your boys.
Yeah.
Welcome to Chef's Pot, episode 12. I said I wasn't going to upload today because I was feeling sick as shit the past couple days. Amari was supposed to come over yesterday and record. That didn't happen. He never texted me or nothing, so I don't know what the fuck was up with that. I wasn't going to post, but, you know, it got late. I started feeling a little better. And I had a spark of inspiration when I was just perusing Twitter today. And I just figured, you know, I'd come on here and rant and rave about it. I don't think I'll be on here for long. If anything, this will probably be like a 15-minute episode. But I figured good practice as any for me to sit in here and talk solo. I'd also like to start out with just saying, Logan, you're a bitch. Logan, you are a fucking pussy. It's been over 3 weeks. Yeah, still hasn't come over. You still text me every day like we're buddy-buddy. Seem pretty fucking gay, pal. And what's crazy is you've done all this shit talk on Claudio. How many times have you shit talked Claudio for not coming back here after getting insulted for the mic or whatever? It's just a pot calling kettle black, bud. You should probably, you know, man up, come over here, address the elephant in the room. We can talk out. We can be friends. We can be good pals. I ain't got no fucking beef with you. You're just fucking acting like a little bitch and still haven't come back. I genuinely do not understand it. But, with that out of the way, Chris Rock recently, I think today or yesterday, came out with a new comedy special. The special, you know, is a year and a half after the fucking Oscars when Will Smith slapped the shit out of him. I didn't really notice it back then that like so many people were on the side of Will Smith. But Chris Rock, he made comments about what happened at the Oscars in his new special, which I agree with the side that I am, you know, about to shit talk for the rest of this. I agree with them in that he should have just left it alone. He could have just mentioned some shit, made a one-off joke in the special, and that could have been that. He was fucking bitching like a baby in the special, which is fucking annoying. But the prior shit is what I'm really baffled on. In the fact that he was a fucking... What the hell is this? No, I don't want this open. He's a comedian at the Oscars on a public stage in a public event full of personalities and actors who have been in the media spotlight their almost entire lives. People who are constantly harassed by paparazzi. People who are constantly, you know, the victim of lying fucking news articles and just nonsense, scandalous fucking drama on the internet. These people are constantly attacked and berated in their own comments on social media. Yet, at a public event, the host, who was a comedian, made a joke that wasn't even offensive. Everybody swears up and down it was offensive because Jada's been dealing with alopecia for years now, and that's a fucking such a tragic spot in a black woman's psyche is her hair. Newsflash, morons. Hair is important to fucking everyone. You think the, what, 40 to 60% of males who go bald from male pattern baldness don't want their fucking hair back? You think that them losing their hair doesn't have immense fucking repercussions on their self-confidence and their fucking emotionality into the world? Like, why do you think there's so many fucking alternatives for men to get their hair back? The idea that black women specifically losing their hair are the only people who are subject to fucking, sadness from it is insane. Like, and on top of that, he did not insult her over her being bald. He complimented her and said she looked like G.I. Jane, who is a renowned fucking hot badass woman, because we know those never existed before 2020, but crazy that there was some fucking movie in early 2000s, late 90s that, presented a woman as a powerful and badass piece of authority that everybody liked. No, that's offensive and that's insulting for him to ever equate this beautiful bald woman to a fucking another beautiful bald woman. That's insane and insensitive, and he's so mean and misogynistic. What the fuck are you talking about? And then the fact that like people will justify Will Smith going up there and slapping him, or maybe not even justifying him, the fact that people will go, I don't condone the violence, but I understand it. There's no fucking excuse in the world that gives you the reason to put your fucking hands on another person over words. If you feel that you are justified in putting your hands on somebody over sounds, you are a soft ass bitch. You are dumb as a box of rocks. You can't fucking argue. You can't fucking think for yourself. You're too fucking emotional. You're too fucking wrapped up in your own emotions. You're fucking reactionary and impulsive, and you suck. You're a fucking disgrace of a human. Like the whole thing that makes humans better than fucking, dogs and cats and lizards is that we have this thing called forethought. We can kind of think into the future and fucking plan out how these actions will fucking affect us and the world around us. And we can choose to do things that, we want to do, or things that we should do that we don't want to do for the benefit of ourselves and others. If you toss all of that forethought out the window and just go, I'm mad, and because I'm mad, I get to do what I want, you're more fucking dog than human. And I cannot fathom that there is a debate on this. That there is a actual fucking, there's a straight divide, like it's fucking political. And if I had to guess, that's where it all stems from, is the fact that the majority of public people are so fucking divided on everything that anything becomes this fucking big divided topic. I don't understand how assaulting someone at a public event as public figures over words is justified. I don't get it. I really do not. Like, there isn't a thing that anyone could have said on that stage that would have made me understand someone being assaulted. It does not make sense. I don't get it. Like, the only time I feel words justify violence is when politicians and people in positions of power lie to the general public and convince them to do things that are not in their best interest simply for the financial gain of these people in power. Then, by all means, go string them up, hang them, beat them with billy clubs, do whatever. That I understand. They caused you actual fucking harm. Chris Rock calling you G.I. Jane does nothing to you. Go home, smoke a fucking blunt, go cheat on your husband again. Chances are you'll forget all about it. And the idea that we're defending this stupid fucking cheating whore who has millions of dollars, who has done nothing but leech off of her husband's success for his entire career, we're supposed to feel some type of empathy and sadness for her over Chris Rock fucking making a joke about her being bald is so unbelievably beyond me. This is like, would you feel bad for Harvey Weinstein because of his tiny little fucking gangrene cock? Because I sure don't. I think it's rather fucking funny that his dick has a fucking self-eating bacteria in it. I think that is hilarious. And the fact that, you know, he's suffering from that makes me giddy inside because of he's such a grotesque and horrible human being. Jada Smith manipulating and fucking grooming her son's friend who's dealing with a whole bunch of fucking trauma. That's not important. What's important is Jada's bald trauma. The fact that she can manipulate a young boy into being her sexual fucking caveat and just completely cheat on her husband and then take him on a public fucking forum and interview him publicly about it, and then nobody's supposed to, be like, hey, this is kind of crazy. This is kind of fucking weird. You people are like insane. But no, Chris Rock calling you bald is what we all got to get our panties in a fucking knot about. I wish there was somebody who could make it make sense to me. But on Twitter, all I see on the opposing side is he shouldn't have said that because it was mean. He knew she was dealing with alopecia. Like, who cares if she's dealing with alopecia? If he said, hey, bitch, you bald as fuck. What, you can't grow no hair? Ha ha. Okay. That's offensive. Do I think it justifies Will Smith going up there and slapping the shit out of Rock? No. Maybe Will Smith can use his power and his authority in the industry to make sure Chris Rock doesn't get fucking a comedy special on Netflix again. Maybe he could do some shit like that. Not fucking go up and smack him in the mouth. It does not make sense to me. It's just as retarded as the Meghan and Harry shit of these two fucking people of royalty running around all of fucking North America and the UK, going on every fucking interview and every talk show they fucking can, having a book published, having a fucking podcast, wanting all the fucking the attention in the world. Look at me, look at me, look at me. But for some reason, all they can seem to talk about is how much they want a private life. That does not make sense. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have a fucking private life and go on and sell your own fucking private life. You can't have both. You can't sell your fucking stories to the public and then get mad when the public fucking react to them. That doesn't make sense. It fucking confuses me beyond belief. I do not understand it. I don't have anything else to talk about. I just wanted to come in here and rant about this fucking Will Smith, Chris Rock shit. It's so stupid. I understand Rock should not have gotten on this special a year and a half later and got to talk shit. It was stupid. It was fucking retarded. The jokes weren't even good. Maybe he should have, right after Will Smith slapped him in the mouth, let off the Gatling gun of fucking crowd work that he's capable of and just bodied him and Jada right there and then. Like, I would have kept talking until fucking they took me off stage after someone slapped me in the mouth. Like, and as they were dragging me out, I would have thrown the fucking mic at his wife. Like, I don't understand how you just fucking... I don't get how you smack someone in the fucking mouth over words. I don't get it. I do not understand physical assault over verbal fucking insults. I don't get it. I never have. And, you know, it's almost like there's a trend in a certain community that they can't stand fucking when their emotions get a little too riled. And then all of a sudden they end up being violent, huh? But no, that's just, you know, racist rhetoric, and it's not a fucking issue of culture and us fucking teaching people an incorrect way of behaving in public and reacting and interacting with other people. It doesn't make sense. Like, he fucking yelled, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth," after he slapped him. How about the warning and then the shot? You know? It's usually how that works. But no. And obviously, this is all probably a publicity stunt. probably the fucking event in the first place wasn't real, which is, you know, a little debatable now that fucking, you know, Rock is a year and a half later bitching about it. Like, the fucking jokes were not good. Like, he just called Will Smith a bitch like 18 times in a row. Now, granted, still made me laugh, but it was very whiny and bitchy. And I just, I think there are so many better ways that this could have been handled, start to finish, on both fucking sides. But do I think Chris Rock was wrong for saying what he said? No. In fact, I think he should have said more in the moment. I think the moment he got fucking slapped, he should have nonstop roasted the shit out of Will Smith to the point that Will had to stand up and either be the big man he was pretending to be and actually go assault Rock and security come in and break the shit up, or sit there like the little whipped bitch you are because, you know, your wife can just go out and fuck whoever she wants and then you just sit home and cry about it and then go on her own fucking podcast, Red Table Talk, and fucking cry about it as she just... I like sucking other man's meat. How does that make you feel, Will? I know I shouldn't, but I got a knackering for it. It's just something about other men's penis that's not my husband in between my lips just fucking makes sense, Will. Tell me what you think about that. So, she's insane. She's fucking crazy. No, she's dealing with alopecia. You should feel bad for her. You shouldn't make fun of her. She's a black woman dealing with trauma. Didn't you know that's a protected fucking pejorative in this country? You can't insult them in any regards, even if what they're doing is literally fucking wrong. No. Shut your mouth. Keep it pushing. Now, I think that's about all I got on the subject. I'd like to end with saying once again, Logan, you are a pussy. Yeah, you're a pussy, bro. You gotta come back here. You fucking lame ass. You've been away for too long for no fucking reason. You keep on texting me every day. You're a fucking loser. You're a faggot. Grow a pair. Come back. You don't even have to get on a podcast. But the fact that you haven't even come to my house after you specifically had Jacob come over there today so you wouldn't have to come over here. You are a bitch. You are a pussy, and I hope you hear this. Kira, if you hear this, feel free to show it to him. Thank you and goodbye.